What's good, family? What's good with you? It's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. I'm back with you. I want to give y'all my take on everything that's happening with the NBA and this whole load management. So, if I'm going to speak honestly about this, I got to provide context. The origins of load management started from the San Antonio Spurs and their great coach, Greg Popovich. Why? This happened because he had an older team and he wanted to preserve them during the regular season so that they will be fresh during the playoffs. To keep them fresher during the playoffs, he had all of his core guys, Duncan, Parker, Ginobili, they were all over the age of 30. He wanted to preserve them so that they're fresh during the playoffs so they can be at their apex then. So that was what load management was about. And certain times, teams just sit them unapologetically, didn't give a fuck against the players' wishes. But when you pay attention to the San Antonio teams they had in the 2000s, from 2005, they won championship, won again in 2007, and then they went again in 13 or something like that. They went back to back when they played Miami. They had great playoff runs. And the fact that they were consistently always in the playoffs, you're not going to have the opportunity to draft high unless you get a good guy overseas, which they did a good job of, who will end up being Hall of Fame, but you can't rely on that. You're not going to be able to draft high enough to get another generational type player. So you have to preserve your older guys as long as you can. So that was the reason why load management came about. Because every time they ask Pop, why is Duncan sitting? He's healthy. He's a healthy scratch. Why? Load management. Why is Parker sitting? Why? Load management. So that's where the term came from. And it worked. And just like anything else in sports, it becomes a copycat league. You know, Mike D'Antoni brought in a system where it's a whole lot of pick and rolls and had success. Everyone copied it. Why? Because they seen Golden State do something similar and shoot a bunch of threes, and they actually won the championship. They actually seen that win championships. So now the whole league shoots three pointers. They seen Greg Popovich do this with his older guys. Then everyone now started trying to do this with their guys when they're not even older. Just to try the point of trying to preserve them. The thinking is trying to preserve them for the playoffs. And the problem with this is it's gotten way out of hand. It's not even about preserving them for the playoffs anymore. It's just any little tweak and anything is like, sit down. It's gotten way, way out of hand. And you're not seeing the friction from the players that you saw originally with that San Antonio group, because players, especially ones cut from certain cloths, they want to play every game. They want to play all the time. But as I told y'all, those that follow me on IG, I explained this. Things are changing now in sports, and the thing that's changing is guys are making FU money. And that's a beautiful thing. Guys are making FU money. But things change when guys start making FU money. Things change. Mentalities change when you start making FU money. Things you're going to do, things you're going to physically exert yourself for, change when you start making FU money. This is why you see the All-Star games turn into what they turned into. You see the baseball All-Star game still be what it is because you're not doing something physical against another man. That's why their All-Star game still looks that way. Still looks good. And it was always competitive. It's just that one time it ended up in a tie. It was always competitive. Guys always went all out. They had fun, but they always went all out. And you see now they go hella all out because they want that home field advantage. But you're not doing anything physical against another man. In football, Pro Bowl is gone. Nobody wants to physically exert themselves. Why? Even the rookies. That for them, for some of these rookies, that's FU money. And once you get to that second contract, the guys who are in the Pro Bowls, they're making FU money. That changes things. And with basketball, the 9-figure deals that are just getting tossed around, that's FU money. Guaranteed, 100% guaranteed, mind you. That changes everything. It changes everything for the player. It changes everything for the organizations because they're investing this money in you. I think the NBA has some real problems that they're gonna have to really, really address this because it's too blatant now. And it's being shined in the face of the fans who are paying the salaries of players. Is really being rubbed in their faces. And that's where it becomes the optics of it is really bad. It's really, really bad. It's sometimes now it's to the point where I can predict when load management is coming. Being here in New York, okay, the Nets suck. Okay, your guys will be load managed against the Nets, but Madison Square Garden, your guys will play against the Knicks because it's Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? So you can just tell when the load management is coming, and it's so blatant, so blatant. It's so obvious, and it's a slap in the face to the fans. NBA is gonna have to really do something to change that. What annoys me is the way it's being defended like it's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not. You're getting paid to play. Play. Nobody's asking you for blood. They just ask you to play. That's my take. Your boy Urban Sports Guru. Let me know how you feel. Salute.